Hey everybody, it's Lynn and Angie with MyAlaskaGuide.
We're down here at the Dimond Center at the Jensen Native Art Market. I'm really surprised at how huge it is.
There's supposed to be about 175 booths. There's a lot of artists here from all over the state. We're going to show you some of them. We were able to talk to some of them, but we would like you to come down here and see them for yourself.
There's just too much to share. You really should come.
Hi, my name is Ed Mile. My mother was from Point Hope, but I grew up in Colorado, and I've lived here in Anchorage since 1980. I went to college and got a Bachelor of Fine Arts in printmaking. My last semester I had to take a ceramics course, so I ended up appropriating ceramics for my printmaking. So I make plates out of mat board and watercolor paper that I will press into the soft clay, and the clay's from the mud flats. It's a local clay, and when I peel the plate off, it'll leave a raised line, which I then wax, and there's a black stain, mason stain in the wax, and that stays because black looks a little bit better than this brown of the clay, and that keeps the glaze colors separate. So I've been making these since about 2004 and selling them, first for about a dozen years at the weekend market, but last 7 years I'd say at the Native Heritage Center and at events like this. And I make a living from my ceramic printmaking there. I go to outside shows every now and then. Last summer I started making books, and I do a Coptic stitch on there, and I use my ceramic tiles as covers, and the Coptic stitch allows the books to lie flat. And just recently I thought it would be nice if, the papers could be swapped out, so I got a book on paper folding, and there's this method where you can just make little catches for paper, and that way you can, keep it with fresh paper. And then there's these little books. I call them my tiny book of calm. And there's two tiles on each side and a little hole that I have to figure out some kind of latching mechanism so that it will keep closed. I'm thinking of maybe actually making a pendant book, so using that same thing where the paper goes out like this. I'll have a 2-inch ceramic cover that will suspend like my little pendants here that are also made from clay. So always working on different sorts of things. We're here through Sunday, and then I'll be at the Heritage Center during the summer. Nice talking with you.
I'm Buffy Meyer. I'm a Inupiaq from the Nome area. I live down here just outside of Anchorage. I'm here at the Alaskan Native Arts Market, the Jensen Native Arts Market at the Dimond Mall. I do fur sewing, I do leather work, and the furs that I work with are polar bear, seal, sea otter. Work on doing the sea otter pillows, sea otter blankets, anywhere from throw blankets to king-size bedspread. With the polar bears that I work with, like this is a anatomically correct polar bear, so every part of it came from where it came off of a polar bear. All my fur sewing, I've been saving all the claws, so I sell the polar bear claws made into pendants with walrus ivory and baleen on the tops of those. The whale baleen boats. These are made by a friend of mine up in Barrow, but I also do the baleen work for the long strips of baleen in polished or in etched. The etched ones sold earlier today. Then scarves, sealskin vests, computer brief bags, I call the Love Alaska or the Love Seal wallets. And again, we're Inupiaq from the Nome area, and just kind of enjoy our culture, share what we do, because this is a big part of our life.
Well, my name is Wayne Grant. I do a lot of work with the walrus ivory, making my own beads. I call them the Arctic pearls, so I start doing pearl settings with them. You got walrus ivory, walrus oosik, which is the penis bone. I do all kinds of chainmail bracelets and work with all kinds of natural materials, bringing in old world materials into a modern elegance.
I'm Brian Amos. I'm the owner of Cool Ice Marketing, and I've been a traditional native mask maker for 40 years of my life. And my father before me was a famous mask maker of Nunivak Island, and he made masks for 70 years of his life. So it runs in the family. It's a traditional thing to our family, a heritage to our family. It's really an original cultural background. I have 25 different mask designs, but it would be my father's iconic mask design, which would be the Nunivak loon mask. They've already sold.
My name is Harold Semikin. I was born and raised in Kaltike, Alaska, on the Yukon River. And what I do is make these ulus out of almost any kind of material that I can get a hold of. Some are moose antlers, some are moose leg bones, diamond willow. I got whale bones. I got birch wood and hardwood, and they're all handcrafted, and I make them all just by myself. I never stop working. Yeah, I've been doing this for over 40 years. Thank you.
My name is Darlene Lind. They start off with sculpturing clay, and then my pieces are bronzed. And I've been doing this since the age of 60. I'm now 80 in January, and I'm still at it. And I really enjoy it. I was born in Bristol Bay in Naknek, Alaska.
Oh my gosh, do you sell at a studio?
Nope, I only do 2 shows a year.
Okay.
But I may cut it down to just our Alaskan Native show, the AFN. I did a commission. One Alaskan Native family looked at this, and they asked me, could I make maybe their great grandmother? And I said, I don't know, maybe, who knows? She was fighting for her land that she used for many years, way before it ever was the Katmai National Park. She died in 1974, and her family continued to want that land. And it was settled in their favor. And when it was settled, part of the agreement was the National Park Service would commission a bronze or a statue of her to go into the Katmai National Park. The family had the right to choose the artist, and they gave me that honor. And this is the woman, and this is the size of the piece in clay, and this is how I did her. And this is her on her pedestal. So
will you get to
I'm
go
very
to the dedication?
Yeah, I will.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah,
That's amazing.
yeah. You can find her on our website, qivuit.com. It's a website of myself and my husband, Peter Lind, both. It's a newly created website. My husband does mainly traditional Aleutilutic art. This mask is taken from the actual books that show the masks. So this is a replica. These are bolos used in hunting birds.
Okay.
This one here is for water because it will float. This one here is for use on land. This is a large Aleut kayak and man with an ivory face and whale baleen body. This is a mask called the Whistler that's also in the books. The people were told not to whistle when they're in the kayak, especially children couldn't be loud or whistle or laugh, make noise, because this spirit called the Whistler could whip up the winds by whistling, and then they could overturn the kayak. Peter is known for his visors. He's 91 years old now. He is not making the chief visors anymore. So this is the very last chief visor that you're going to see for sale by Peter Lind Sr. We'll only be here this year through Saturday.
Okay, Angie and I have had a great time here at the Charlotte Jensen Native Arts Market, but instead of just coming here to film things, of course, we got just sucked in by all the beautiful things, and so we each bought some things.
We came, we saw, we shopped, we spent.
So what's yours, Angie?
Mine is known as the Arctic Pearl, and it's actually walrus and a little silver setting.
And I bought a little cross section of an oosik as a pair of earrings. And if you want to know what the oosik is, you might have to watch the whole video again to hear the gentleman explain it, because I'm not going to say it out loud. Bye.